Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Anthony here from Satisfied Tech, bringing you a tour of my room, or a tour of my setup rather. And for those of you who don't know me, I wouldn't be surprised because this is actually my first video on this channel, and I thought I would do a setup tour because it would give you guys a good impression of who I am, what I like to do, and other things of that nature. So I hope you enjoy this video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it would really help me out, and I'll see you all in the next clip. So beside the door as you enter my room, we have a pair of sneakers. These are my Nike Air Flights. These are usually what I wear to school on a daily basis. They're just pretty basic, just black and white. I think they were around $90 or $80 retail. They're really nice shoes. They come in different colors, so I would consider checking them out. I'll put the link in the description if I could find them. I got them at Foot Action. And then beside that, we just have a box of cards and other things like that that I've accumulated over the years, from birthdays to Christmases and all that stuff. And then up here we got the light switch, just a dual light switch. One serves as the main light, and the other one serves as just a switch back over there, which powers everything on that end of my room. Then we have an intercom system, which I could use to listen to the radio, to talk to people throughout the house, since I do have a pretty big house, so we can communicate easily. Unfortunately, we don't use this a lot, but it's still there for, I guess, good measure if we ever needed to. And then beside that, we have the Honeywell system. This just powers the heat, air conditioning, and other things of that nature. Moving along over here, we have just these two armoire sets. They just hold a bunch of goodies and other things like that. They got top and bottom drawers, and I just have some not memorabilia, but some things that relate to my religion. Over here we have a St. Anthony's candle, which I picked up in Italy, and we have a Jesus thing holding. He used to hold a baseball bat, but I don't know what happened there. I guess it broke off, and so did that guy's his body. Beside that, we have a TV. This used to serve as my main TV before Black Friday came along. I won't go into too much of that before we get to the main setup, but it's just a ViewSonic 20-inch LCD display. I got this free when we picked up Verizon Fios. It has HDMI and other things like that, so it is full HD, 1080p. Then we have the closet. It's pretty basic, just double doors, holds clothes and stuff like that. Then over here beside the bed, we have this baseball bat with my name engraved into it. My aunt picked this up for me when I was really young, so I just keep it here as a remembrance of who I am if I ever got into a coma. Pretty much, yeah. A little fan because I always like the air, even when it's around 20 degrees in my room, which almost never happens. But beside that, we have the nightstand with a nice lamp that I never use as well. And a book that I'm reading right now. It's called The Facebook Effect by David Kirkpatrick. It basically tells you the real story behind the social network, as you can see right there. It's definitely a great book, and I recommend it to anyone who likes, I guess not easy reads, but stuff that has to do with companies and can easily explain what actually went on in the world of Mark Zuckerberg. Then we have a trophy over there, Penn State snapback, which I actually got at Penn State. And we have my iPhone 4S. And a text message from Dan Japitsky. And then on the opposite side, we have just this armoire thing. It holds clothes, stuff like that. Then we have the World Poker Tour chipset that I have. Poker's a pretty big part of my life. I really like playing cards and other things like that. I don't see a career in it. I probably never will go to the World Poker Tour or anything like that. But I have fun playing, and it's definitely something that's cool to do in spare time with your friends. So I'm not promoting poker in any way, shape, or form, but if you guys like cards, I would consider trying out Texas Hold'em. It's definitely a lot of fun. Along with the poker sets, I have this nice little card shuffler. I barely use it, but it's something cool that I got from my brother. Basically just shuffles the cards when it's in there. Maybe I'll do a demo if I do a live stream or anything like that, and show you guys how it works. But beside that, I have these two little things, I guess, piggy banks, so to speak. One's for my poker money, when I go play poker with friends. The other's for casino, when I actually go in the casino. But the casino one's actually filled a lot more than the poker money, just because we play cash games normally. And I just have that picture of some family members over there. But Here is my sit-up mat, which I do sit-ups on, not push-ups. I'm too lazy for push-ups. But Apple battery charger. This is the rechargeable battery set. Came with like 4 or 6 batteries. I wound up with 2. I don't know how. But I guess I lost the other 4 or other 2 that came with it. But this recharges my batteries. Usually I put my rechargeable batteries in my Xbox 360 controller. Just because they run out a lot less, and I can't stand when I'm playing a game and my batteries just run out. It's definitely terrible. And then a cork board or something along the lines of that name, which only has an angel to it now. Normally I have papers and other stuff there, but this school year has been pretty chill. So senior year, not a lot of work to do, so nothing's going up there at this time. And then we got the window, which is closed 100% of the time, because I don't want no one to see. Below that we have my trash and a printer. This is the HP PhotoSmart C4680, and no, I did not remember that, it just says it right there, but it's a print, scan, and copy machine, so it's basically an all-in-one except for the fax. I don't use this as much as I would like to, mainly because my dad has a wireless printer downstairs, so normally when I'm printing something, I just print it from my Mac and then just go downstairs and get the paper, or just print it in the nighttime, and then when I wake up in the morning and I need to rush out the house, I just go through my dad's office, grab the paper, then head out. But I wish I used this more. It just doesn't happen. I guess I'm too lazy to use this than actually not as lazy to go downstairs and get it. It doesn't make sense. Whatever. Now before we move into the actual setup over there, I just want to show you this futon. It's nothing major, it's just something I put in front of my bed. That way when I play video games or other things like that, it's pretty easy for me to not lay back in my bed and actually concentrate what happens. Over here the main function is to play Xbox or something like that rather than pass out doing so. So, I mean, it's a nice little couch. Sometimes I'll find myself passing out on it, but normally I just sleep in my bed, so this is just mainly used for entertainment, friends, and other things like that. But beside that, I have the Fios TV remote. We do have Verizon Fios, not Cablevision or anything like that. At one point in time, we had Cablevision, but we switched over to Fios, then back to Cablevision, and now we're back at Fios, and we're absolutely loving it. Next to that, we have the Kobe TV remote. It just powers my TV that I got on Black Friday, which I'll explain in just a second here. But that's it for the futon. So on to the main portion of the gaming setup, so to speak. We got a hamper, then we have 2 sets of wires, which I doubt you guys will care what's connected to it, but the first one's to the Xbox and the bottom one's to the TV system, I guess. Over on the actual like armoire set for the gaming setup, we have my Xbox 360. I used to be a main PS3 owner up until early summer days. I decided to get an Xbox. It's just a 4GB model. I did something quick, got $200 cash, and I was like, whatever, I'll just buy an Xbox. And I really haven't touched my PS3 since. I've been playing with friends from school on almost a daily basis, so there's really no need for me to go back on PS3. I barely played with anyone there, so I'm really not missing it. I still miss some of the games I have for it, and I will go back and play it. But normally the PS3 just sits right underneath here. As you can see, there's the PS3. It's the 60GB model, and the SD card slot thing just broke off. So I don't really keep it out as much, and it's not even plugged in at this point in time. I did have good times with it. I've had it ever since it first came out, but I really can't see myself switching back from the Xbox. Beside that, we have the basic box for Fios. I don't have an HD box or anything like that. I just have the little adapter, which you can't even see. It just gets the job done. No TV guide, no special features like that. But normally I don't watch TV, so I'm not really worried about that as much as my family is, or even some of my friends when we go and watch TV downstairs. But below that, we have my games. As I said before, I do have a PS3. And I've had a PS3 longer, so I do have a lot more PS3 games and a lot more accessories for the PS3 than the Xbox 360. Then beside that, on this drawer, we have the Fios router. It's just the basic router. It definitely gets the job done. It's the M14424. Oh, actually. Moving back to the main portion of my room, we have the Kobe 32-inch LCD backlit LED TV. And I know that's a tongue twister. I really still don't understand it up until this day, even though I've only had this TV for around 2 days. But I got it on Black Friday at PC Richard and Son. It was $198, and I really couldn't pass up the deal. I've been on that ViewSonic TV for far too long, and I really needed one that I could definitely have in my room for a long time. But I bought this, and I bought a 2-year protection plan. I definitely like the protection plans just because it gives you that safety net in case anything does happen to it. Normally, I just hook up my Xbox to this and just play games on it as it is now. I rarely use the TV aspect of a TV, which I know why the heck would you not use the TV factor to the TV. But unless it's Sunday like today, I really don't watch any normal TV shows except for football. So, yeah. In front of the TV, I have the right channel speaker and the left channel speaker to the Antec speaker system. And this was another Black Friday deal I picked up at PC Richard & Son. They're $60 speakers retail, and they were $20 at PC Richard & Son. So I couldn't pass up that deal either, and I just went ham with spending money and other things like that. But the sub to the speakers is right beside the armoire system, or whatever you like to call it, TV stand. But it's just a basic sub, and it definitely gets the job done. In terms of a lot of things, and it's actually called Antec, sorry. But it gets the job done. All I do is hook up my iPhone to the universal dock here and plug in, I guess, the line in, or the line this into the line out port. That way I could just output this sound through the speaker system. But it gets the job done. I'm really not a person who's a fan of good sound. I just really like music, so I really don't know like what's good sound and what's not. And I know that's kind of cliche to say you like music but you don't know what good sound is, but I don't know. It was a good deal, so I got it. That's all I could say. So now to the main portion of my setup. We have a pretty basic chair here. I know people love good chairs. I mean, this chair gets the job done, and I've had it in my family for years, so I really like it. But sitting down over here so we can go up the main portion of the desk. On the left hand side we have the Blue Snowball microphone. I got this last Christmas from my brother's fiance, so it was really nice of her to get me that along with other things. I definitely use it a lot, and it's going to be used for a lot of my videos on this channel. And to the right of that we have my Dell display. It's the Dell SE19 8WPF system. It's 20 inches, I think. And as you can see, it matches the Mac and other things like that on my desk. But mainly I just hook up DVI to my Mac for it. I don't use it for anything else. It has the NVIDIA GeForce graphics card in it, so it's pretty good in terms of quality. Below that I have the Apple keyboard. I decided to get the wired one along with the short end without the numbers on the right hand side. So it's pretty nice. It has a sleek form factor. I really like the Apple keyboards. I really like the Apple everything customized onto your computer, or whatever you like to call it. I guess accessorized with your computer rather. But I really like this keyboard. I use it a lot when I go on a Windows computer and use a basic keyboard like this, which we'll get into in a second. I really feel different, I guess. I can't type as fast and it's just sluggish. Beside that we have the Apple Mighty Mouse, as you can see, with the filth. It's so hard to clean that, but it's just the wired Mighty Mouse. I really like it, and it's definitely something I will use on a daily basis. Then back up here we have my MacBook. This is the mid-2009 2.26 gigahertz Intel Core 2 Duo with 2 gigabytes of RAM model. And again, that's another tongue twister I'm not really a fan of. But it's my Mac, and I absolutely love it. I probably will never switch to a newer Windows computer ever again, even though I actually do work in a sales position where I do sell Windows 99.99% of the time, unless there's that 0.1% chance that someone comes in actually looking for a Mac and I explain it to him. But then at the end of the day, we don't sell the Mac, so I've never sold a Mac to someone actually until I turn 18. That's when I'll go to the Apple store. But basically, it's my Mac, and I love it. It gets the job done perfectly for what I like to do, for personal and for these videos on the channel. So all I have hooked up here is the charger, the display port for my display to the left of me, and then the keyboard. That's really all I use on this Mac. The other USB ports serve as like flash drives or other things like that, but really on a daily basis it just sits on this stand, this is the Griffin elevator stand, and that too, I just can't see myself changing the stand, and I can't see myself changing the computer anytime soon. unless of course I get an iMac or a MacBook Air later down the road. To the right of that, I have two items. I have the Samsung 21-inch monitor. This was actually my brother's, and he used it for my Dell below me, but it just sits here. It really doesn't serve as anything. It's hooked up to the PC, so when I do turn on the PC every once in a while, this will be my monitor to use it, and I'll just put down the MacBook lid in order to use it, but this is just my monitor, and it serves as a monitor. And then there's Ollie, it's just the Twitterific bird. I'll put the link to buy that in the description, as well as the shoes. And if any other items you want to see and you want the link to it, just send me a PM on YouTube and I'll hit you up with the link. But on top of that, I got my Turtle Beaches. These are the Ear Force X11s. They're definitely the best headset you could buy for an Xbox 360, so I definitely recommend it for the price point. I'll put the link down there in the description too for that, actually. Then we just have the Xbox controller. It's simple. It's just the black one, which came with my Xbox. Below in my desk cubby, I have my Dell Dimension 8400. This was the first computer I ever got. I barely use it now. It still works. It was 2004 or 2003 when we first moved into this house when I got it. I absolutely love it. It's not the best computer, or it was the best computer at the time. It's not the best computer anymore, but it did run Intel Pentium 4, so it was definitely a beast at the time. Then in the first desk drawer, I just have my Droid 2, which I still have. I switched to the iPhone 4S when it came out, so I basically ended the contract on this. I still pay a $5 a month deactivation fee for it, but beside that, just a gold card and stuff like that when I send in my Xbox, and some lucky poker chips. And in the second drawer, I just have all the iPod Touch things that I've had over the years, from the second generation to the fourth generation to the first generation. I don't even know which box belongs to which, but I've had a lot of iPod Touches and just other boxes here. And then the bottom drawer, I just won't open because it's just a mess. So guys, I would like to thank you for checking out this video, the tour of my setup, or the tour of my room, and it really means a lot to me that you guys stuck with me this far. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, as it really helps me out. Also, check out my channel. I will be posting more videos there shortly, and if you are watching this at a later date than when I uploaded it, I already have some videos there, so you should definitely check them out. And if you like the content, subscribe. I would really like to keep going with this channel. Eventually, I would love to gain an audience in which I could share my thoughts and opinions, and I gain some feedback on there. So if you guys can help me out with doing that, that would be definitely appreciated. I've invested a lot of time into this channel and other things like that, so I mean, this is not begging, it's just my thoughts. I'll be sharing a lot of them. So again, thanks, and I'll talk to you guys in another video. Bye-bye.